What's going on here, and can it be changed?
Well, just as there has been lawfare at the Justice Department, Operation Choke Point 2.0 has been so much bigger than many of us knew. So I was so glad that Mark Andreessen got on Joe Rogan's program and blew it up. And then you had all kinds of people who've been debanked get on X and explain what debanking has done to their businesses. It could be a gun manufacturer. It could be a marijuana business. It could be an oil and gas producer. And it's definitely been crypto assets. They have illegally, and I mean this government, our government has illegally gone after an industry and tried to snuff it out through the regulatory state, through the bureaucracy. And this is something that I'm so pleased President Trump is going to stop. Just as Kash Patel will go into the FBI and do away with warfare, President Trump is putting people in place at the FDIC and Treasury and elsewhere in his government who can make sure this industry can flourish in the United States with transparency and consumer protection.
And this is major. If you don't see what's going on, you're living under a rock. The Bitcoin Bros actually experienced some of this years back in 2017. And 18 with being debanked. So this is a real thing. This is a real concern. You can opt out of the system by buying Bitcoin, but you have to be able to have that opportunity to buy Bitcoin without your bank accounts being closed down. So if you don't see what's going on, you're going to miss the train. And with that, what's happening in Crypto Crew? Sean's coming back at you, another cryptocurrency video.
Hey guys, sorry for the quick interruption, but if you're interested in trading MicroStrategy options, any other stock out there, Bitcoin, Solana, or any other crypto out there, you can now do that on MooMoo. And if you sign up with our affiliate link, which we pin in the comment section, also in the description below, when you sign up and deposit any amount, you're going to receive up to 20 free stocks. And each one of these stocks could be valued at up to $2,000. So make sure to sign up with MooMoo. Go get that free money. Now let's go ahead and get back to the video.
And to piggyback on that, once again, the MooMoo link is in the pinned comment below right here. If you want to join the Bitcoin Bros Club, the link is right below that as well. Major news on the front page of Bloomberg right here. You see Bitcoin, 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 MicroStrategy. This is the main talking point. Bitcoin's breaking 100,000. MicroStrategy joins the NASDAQ, so almost everybody has exposure to Bitcoin now. Bitcoin surges ahead of the Fed decision. We could begin another rate cut this week. Bitcoin at the current time of this recording is up to 105.8 at the current time of this recording. We've showed you this before. We've showed you we've traded in this channel, came back down, came back, came down. Now we're at the top of this channel. So what we got to pay attention to? We want to pay attention to this level up here, the 106, 107 range. If we do break out of this, where is the target taking us up to? So you just got to look at this as some type of flag pattern, and if we pull this up from the most lowest retest, you're looking at least $140,000 Bitcoin price target. But we have to break out of this. So this is the 3-day. Let's look what the rest of the week gives us. If we do get an upwards push, that'll be bullish for markets. You see we just got back over 106, and then more buys from MicroStrategy. They acquire another 15,350 Bitcoin, and right now hold 439,000 Bitcoin. So before the year is out, are they going to be able to eclipse the 500,000 Bitcoin target? Right now they're 61,000 Bitcoin away, and Saylor seems to be announcing his buys every Monday, so he has 2 more Mondays before the year is up. So will this occur? 500,000? I think it's pretty certain he's going to get there, but before the end of 2024, we'll see. MicroStrategy, the current time this recording is coming in at 426 with the QQQ inclusion. It did have a pump up from right below, like around the 390 range, and when we opened up, we were up around 420. We came all the way up to about 430 to 440. Current time 425. Are we going to see a continuation pattern from this bull pennant? Could we get a technical target up to what we showed you before? MicroStrategy Bitcoin is just consolidating above previous resistance. That resistance level you want to pay attention to is that 0.004 range, and that's that purple line we marked off for you. When we came and broke through this back in 2017, we actually came back up and wicked above it and then fell off a cliff. And then from the lows of December of 17 up to January of 19, we hit our head on this multiple times before putting in a higher low and then coming down and putting in a lower low from the previous low. So we see that this major 0.004 level is something to pay attention to. And you see right now we wicked above it and we're just coming back to back test it. And this 20 moving average is coiling up and looking very bullish. When we come back up, when we get close to this by sometime in January, could be before the year is out, MicroStrategy could take off against Bitcoin. This is definitely a massive move to pay attention to. If we come up to the next level of resistance, we see, let's mark off our charts with some horizontals. We see some resistance here, and then the next level up would potentially be around here. So these two levels, if we come up over the next 12 months, we'd be looking at a 250% move against Bitcoin, or potentially an 1100% move against Bitcoin. Depends on how parabolic this gets. So we could have something like this. We could have something like this that comes up, maybe wicks up and then comes back down, breaks below this, and then we have the bear market, and then that looks like some type of massive inverse head and shoulders pattern, or this could be a cup and handle pattern that could be forming. So a lot of different scenarios could play out, but definitely looks bullish over the next 12 months. And MicroStrategy is currently buying approximately 100,000 Bitcoin per month. The last few ETFs have purchased 500 million per day, which is about 2.5 billion per week, which is about 10 billion per month, which is 100,000 Bitcoins per month also. Between these two forces, we're looking at 2 million Bitcoin being sucked up per year. There's only 21 million. So this is the law of scarcity. Bitcoin is the scarcest asset on the earth, and they're not slowing down. This can't keep going on. Prices got to give, meaning that there's going to be a squeeze to the upside. All of this is absent of any nation state buying. And believe it or not, we have some nation state conversation going on. Check out this clip.
And you're going to build a Bitcoin position with that. And it's 1 million Bitcoin is the target. I also know Trump is looking at a day one executive order. There's like
sorry. Day one executive order for a Bitcoin reserve for the United States?
Yeah, but so I know that there's people looking at the Dollar Stabilization Act is it gives the president wide discrepancy to protect the dollar, and there's potential to use a day one executive order to purchase Bitcoin. It wouldn't be at the size and scale of 1 million coins, but it would be a significant position, and it'd be a message that the United States, listen, here's what I think isn't talked about enough about the strategic.
So there you see Jack Mallers. He's saying that there could be a day one executive order where President Trump puts in a Bitcoin strategic reserve policy. It's not going to be 1 million Bitcoins overnight, but it's going to be a statement and a start to accumulation for the U.S. government. So if you're not seeing what's going on, once again, we feel sorry for you. While your bags are pumping, be mindful of what's going on. Just know that there's a lot of tailwinds that's going to happen over the next month or two, not just for Bitcoin, but also MicroStrategy. Bitcoin, as you see, is still comfortably over 106 at the current time it's recording. Will we break from this upwards rising channel? You be the judge. And with that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. You guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate each and every one of you.
If you think of Bitcoin as just money, you're thinking too small. Yes, it's money, and it's truthful money. But the reason Bitcoin is the hardest money in the history of the world is because it has integrity. Not because it's a computer system that uses energy. It's a system that was engineered to have integrity and to be thermodynamically sound, to actually manifest scarcity. And that integrity can be used for the root application of money and banking, if you will, especially money and monetary transfer. But there's a lot of other things you can do with it. And the other things have to do with integrity and veracity. And we call it the truth machine, not just a money machine.